on the beautiful campus of Rochester Christian University and inside of Garth Pleasant Arena. This is Warriors basketball on the Rochester Christian Sports Network. Stephen MacDonald back once again saying hello everyone and welcome to our broadcast as the Rochester Christian Warriors host the Defiance Yellow Jackets. The Warriors come into this one 13-6 on the year with a 5-6 mark in conference play. Meanwhile, Defiance 6-11 with a 3-8 mark in the Wolverine Hoosier Athletic Conference. This is game 2 of a 4-game homestand for the Warriors tonight. In game 1 back on Saturday against Siena Heights, they won 70-45 against the Saints. Brody Parker had 19 to lead the Warriors. Brett White grabbed 10 rebounds. And Gunnar Walters did what Gunnar Walters does, leading the team with 7 assists in that big win. Again, tonight, game 2 of a 4-game home stretch for the Warriors. Counting you down to tip-off between the Warriors and the Yellow Jackets. The women's game wrapped up just about a half hour ago. The Rochester Christian women picked up the win in that one. They go to 5-7 in WAC play with the win. Warriors looking to go 2-0 on the night against the visitors from Defiance. And we send it down to the floor now to public address announcer Mark Stowers.
Showing respect to every spectator, athlete, coach, and official involved in tonight's game. And now for the starting lineups. First, for the Yellow Jackets, number 4, Jalen Brown. Number 5, Christian Burton. Number 15, Devontae Curry. Number 22, Carter Sudo. And number 24, Evan Angstman. Their head coach, Josh Gibson, his assistants, Reggie Gallant, Cliff Snow, Will Garland, and Nick Newland. And now, let's meet the stars for your Rochester Christian University Warriors. A 6-foot senior guard, number 5, Brody Parker. A 6'5" freshman guard forward, number 8, Justin Farrow. A 6'5" senior forward, number 10, Brett White. A 5'11" senior guard, number 11, Gunnar Walters. And rounding out your line, a 6'9" junior center, number 24, James Fisher. Your head coach, Dr. Blake Brooks. His assistants, Woodrock, Barrett Pereira, Scott Daniels, and Armand Cartwright.
Well, there you have it. That is the word from public address announcer Mark Stowers here inside the arena. Stephen MacDonald here with you on the RC Sports Network. Get to the starting 5 for both these teams as we're just about set to jump it up. It'll be Jalen Brown, Christian Burton, and Devontae Curry, the guards for the Yellow Jackets. Carter Sudoff and Evan Angstman are the forwards. James Fisher will jump it up, and we are underway. He's out there with Brody Parker, Brett White, and Gunnar Walters the guards. Dustin Farrow on the wing, and again, James Fisher is your big man, 24 in white. They'll post it up to him now with 15 to shoot, back his way in, put it up and score. Fisher has been solid over his last 6 games, averaging just below 15 points per contest for the season, averaging 12 points and 6 rebounds per game. He gets the scoring started there. Driving, and that shot was disrupted due to a foul. That was Jalen Brown on the drive.
The Warriors, number 5, Brody Parker, his first, team first, with Jalen Brown at the line.
They'll get Brody Parker for his first. Brown at the free throw line, knocks down the first. Brown 11.7 points per game coming in. That's good for second on his team. Second one's good. Brown is a guy to watch out for in this contest. He can fill up a stat sheet, mentioned almost 12 points per game. Also 4 rebounds, 2 assists, and almost 1.5 steals per game as well. Farrow ducks in and scores. Dustin Farrow, the freshman, mentioned it last time that I was here a couple weeks ago. Dustin Farrow has quietly put together a solid freshman season. Kick it far corner, Brown for 3, count it. He goes to the floor. That'll be an and one coming for Jalen Brown. Brett White's going to get hit with the foul on the closeout. That'll send Brown back to the free throw line where he hit 2 in his previous trip, and he tacks on. So a 4-point play for number 4, Jalen Brown. Walters off a screen set by Fisher. They'll float it back to him in the far corner, and he stepped his heel back on the line out of bounds. Suit off, hands off, then gets it right back on the basket cut, lay in for 2. Nice little action there by Carter Sudoff. Give the assist to Christian Burton as Parker comes back the other way and triples. Give the assist there to Gunnar Walters. Now Walters going to get hit with the foul on the drive by Burton. And that's already going to be the team's 3rd foul. You've got 1 on Walters, 1 on White, and 1 on Parker. First one's up and good. So far in the early going, right about 2.5 minutes in, both free throws are good. In the early going, Defiance making good work at the free throw line. 5 of 5 now as it's 10-7. They've attempted 5 free throws. They've only attempted 2 field goals. They are perfect in both categories. Parker for 3, rattles out. Farrow had a look at the rebound, but will go the other way. Here's Burton working against Walters, pumps the brakes, turns back, and scores. Floater does not fall. Tracking it down in the corner, though, was Farrow. And then we'll get a push and a foul on Sudoff. That'll be just his first and team's first. Inbound comes to Fisher, bodies his way in, doesn't find the shot. Flip it outside, White for three. Rebound tracked down in the corner by Angstman. Watch out for Angstman here tonight. 37% three-point shooter. Came in with 99 three-point attempts on the year. Player down behind the play is Jalen Brown. Warriors have a chance at a 5-on-4. Drop it off to Farrow, who goes up and gets fouled at the end.
Well, the Yellow Jackets, number 24, Evan Angstman, is first, team second. At the line shooting, number 8, Dustin Farrow.
That'll put Farrow at the free throw line. 8.5 points per game so far this season. Misses on the first. Also 5.5 rebounds per contest for the freshman. Also had a 5-game run as he knocks down the second. Had a 5-game run between December 14th and December 30th where he was in double figures in each of those 5 games. That pass nearly thrown away. Angstman pulls up, not going to get the shot to go. Suit off the rebound, then lost it on the way up to James Fisher. Brody Parker accelerates, gets through the middle, and puts it home. (12-10) Yellow Jackets. Believe our next whistle should be the media timeout. Here's Burton working against Farrow. Now gets switched on to Fisher, sends it outside. Extra pass, corner three, there it is. Evan Angstman triples. That's his 100th attempt on the season, and he knocks it through. Gives his team a 5-point edge. Walters turns it over baseline, looking to feed it off to Fisher, and that one pinballs and falls. And just like that, in a span of about 20 seconds, what was a 2-point game, now a 7-point game, 14:25 to go first half. Brown and Burton each have 6. Brody Parker leads the Warriors with 5. They'll kick it to the corner for him here. Bang! Walters got all the way to the baseline and just wrapped it around his defender into the corner, and Brody Parker put the exclamation point on top of it. Parker's got 8. 10 to shoot for the Yellow Jackets. Floated outside for Jalen Brown. Being harassed defensively by Brody Parker. Now to Angstman, rising, firing. It won't go over Brody Parker. Excellent job there defensively by number 5. And then the lead pass from Brett White is too far, looking for Brody. And that will send us to the media timeout. 13:30 to go in the first half. Defiance 17. Rochester Christian 13 will step aside on your home for Warriors basketball.
The value of champions character across all institutions is a message that we can all get behind.
The purpose behind Champions of Character is to have that student-athlete experience be one of growth.
Men's basketball on campus, we make sure that we give back with a smile and with a purpose.
Our goal as coaches is for our players to leave being better men, better husbands, better fathers, and better members in their community.
NAIA is Champions of Character.
Back to the action, 13:27 to go first half. Defiance leads it by 4 over the Warriors. Burton off a screen by Angstman. Outside to Curry for 3, Curry for 3. First shot, first make for Curry tonight as Parker answers back with a long 2. Kick it far side of the floor for Brown, flip it this way for Curry. Now straightaway, Burton had his pocket picked by Walters. Doesn't have numbers, but he'll drive baseline, kick it back outside to Parker. Thought about the 3, and now he'll straighten it out for Brett White. He wants the 3, not going to go, comes up short, but gets knocked down and fouled. That'll be the first on Burton, team's third. Fouls now even at 3 aside. That'll put Brett White at the free throw line, scoring 21 points per game on the season. And he'll get his first tally with that free throw. Number 2 is good as well. That was a 3-point shot, so of course he has one more upcoming. And it has been a solid offensive season for Brett White. Mentioned the 21 points per game, just over 46% from the floor overall, a 40% three-point shooter, but also rebounding at a 7 rebound per game clip as well, as he makes good on all 3. And that's an offensive foul on the screen. Send it back the Warriors' way. Foul goes on Zeke Bradwell, his first, team's 4th. 11:45 to go in the half. Float it this way for White. White's going to charge in, goes all the way to the rim, cannot finish. And that's lost out of bounds by Connor Bush. Bush, the leading scorer for this Yellow Jackets team at 14 points per game. Had a season-high 33 earlier on in conference play against Northwestern Ohio. Parker picks up the dribble but finds Walters. Then this way with 10 to shoot for Brett White. Walters hesitates, kicks it outside. Parker for three. Runs it off the rim, battle for the rebound, and looks like they'll get a whistle and a foul on Dustin Farrow. That'll be his first, team's fourth. Parker has 10 to lead everybody. On the other side for Defiance, couple players with 6. It's Jalen Brown and Christian Burton each with 6. Here's Stone. Extra pass goes to the corner for Bush. He'll flip it far side of the floor. Line drive 3 does not go through. Post up Fisher, let him go to work. Counted at a foul. Fisher ties it at 20. Clock stops with 10:10 to go in half number 1. He'll go to the line for one more. He's a 66% free throw shooter on the year and comes up short, but Brett White snares it. And now they'll whistle this play dead, as it looks like they're taking a look at the shot clock. Because of that offensive rebound by White, should have reset to 20. Instead, it reset to 30, so they adjust that down to 14. And here we go with 10 to shoot and 10 to go in the half. Getting a step and filling it was Gunnar Walters. And now the Warriors with the 2-point lead. Stone thought about the 3, instead passes off. That 3 missed everything by Connor Bush. So no shot clock reset. There's 3 seconds left on it. And we're going to get a jump ball. Possession arrow looks like it'll stay here, but there's only 1 second to shoot. And we'll see how that 1 second plays out on the other side of the media timeout. 9:25 to go in the first half. Warriors by 2 on your home for Warriors basketball. .25 to go in the first half, 22-20. Warriors with the lead. With 1 second out of the timeout, that's a shot clock violation. Again, that 3 just before the media timeout by Connor Bush never caught rim. So that's why coming out of the timeout, they only had 1 second to shoot. Looks like Ashton Gould getting set to check in at the next whistle. Here's Walters. Bounces it in looking for Fisher. Fisher backs his way in, pivots, and scores it off glass. Fisher 6 points already in this one, 3 of 4 shooting. Has a rebound as well. Stone leaves it off. Brown for 3. Send it outside for Parker. Parker driving to the baseline. Stops underneath, turns and scores. That's 12 for Brody Parker, 5 out of 8 shooting. Also has a couple threes in this half. Work it down to the baseline. Nice up and under on the lay-in. Zeke Bradwell for 2. Brett White gets inside, goes up through a couple defenders, does not get the shot, but he goes down after getting fouled. That'll be the third on Bradwell. White at the free throw line, good on the first. White 0 for 3 so far in this one, doing all of his work at the free throw line. He's 4 out of 4 at the line. Also 3 rebounds to his credit as well. Still 7:35 to go in the first half. Here's Brown on the attack, leaves it off for Bush for 3, and that one pops through. First tally for Bush tonight. Leave it baseline for Brett White. Hill Sky, no good on the shot, but a whistle and a foul, so he'll go right back to the free throw line where he has had all of his success so far in this one. 5 out of 5 at the line so far. And make it 6 out of 6. That last foul goes on Sudoff, his second, team 7th. So now the Warriors in the bonus the rest of this half. And if you're Brett White, right now that's how you want it, as he misses on the second. That's his first miss of the night. 6 out of 7 at the free throw line to start this one. Bush leans in, drops it off to the corner for Stone for 3. Ashton Gould the rebound. Driving and scoring goes Bush, but they say wave it off. Whistle and a foul before that. Foul's going to be the second on Farrow. Stone, corner 3 does not go. Track it down near side corner by Parker Chapman. Jalen Brown with it. He's got 6 points. 3 seconds, 2 seconds, and 1 to shoot. That shot was disrupted on the way up by Ashton Gould. Send it inside looking for Fisher, who touches it in. Looked like for a moment the Warriors were showing a bit of a 1-3-1, kind of morphed into a 2-3. Brett White contests on the shot, lost it on the way down, and to clean it up was Connor Bush. Five minutes to go in half number one, 31-27 Warriors. Straight away it goes for Walters, off the screen by Fisher. He'll stop, turn back, and score. Both Walters and Parker can make shots like that happen. Up fake by Connor Bush, gives it up to Jalen Brown. Extra pass goes into the interior for Chapman. Missed it point blank. Floated to Fisher, rips it back outside for Walters, who walks in, underhand flip, and scores. Walters laid it in, had a word for the official after he scored it. Felt like maybe there should have been something extra on top of it. Now Bush left alone for three. Pass intended for Brett White, got deflected by Bush. Doesn't matter, Brett White corralled it and filled it. And now it's a 10-point game. Warriors 37, Yellow Jackets 27. Timeout called with 3:38 to go in the half. We'll take the timeout too on your home for Warriors basketball. We've got 3.5 to go in the half. Warriors by 10. Brody Parker has 12 to lead everybody. James Fisher picks the basketball off the floor. Walters wants a three, got the three. Swing it around the perimeter. Burton gets hung up in air. Still scores it anyway. That's a tough finish through a couple of white jerseys for Christian Burton. Burton's got 8. toss it back this direction for Brett White. Parker spotting up for three, comes up short. Now Bush charges in, They'll redirect things through Burton. He'll spiral, toss it into the corner. 5 to shoot for the lay-in try by Bush. Minute 45 to go. Walters, foot on the gas, just runs it off the rim. For three on the way, spin it out, Jalen Brown. White sidesteps, goes into a long two. That won't fall for him either. Tough first half for Brett White. Just one field goal make, but 6 out of 7 at the free throw line. Corner pocket three is off the heel by Jury. And then a almost takeaway by Burton. Foul's going to be the first on Jalen Brown. Brody Parker will shoot 1 and 1. Got the first. 57 seconds remaining in our first half. 10-point game. One more free throw coming for Brody Parker. And he knocks down both. 14 first half points for Brody Parker. Gunnar Walters, couple ticks behind him, has 9. Brown up fakes, sidesteps, rises for 3. That was held in by the Yellow Jackets. This time Burton for 3, no good. Rebound gets tapped out to the free throw line. 30 seconds to go in the half. Curry wants a 3. That was a line drive. And then getting grabbed and fouled behind the play. Brody Parker was the one that got thrown off the baseline. And it looks like they're going to say this is on him. Coach Pleasant is begging for a review here with 25 seconds to go. And judging by his reaction, he is not going to get it. Baseline inbound, shot clock off for the Yellow Jackets. Burton's going to slow it down against Walters. 13 seconds to go in the half. Again, shot clock is off. Angstman sets the screen for him, gets all the way in, cannot finish on the finger roll. Rashatka the rebound, heave at the buzzer, comes up short, and that is how the first half will end. The Warriors will take the 42-31 lead into the locker room at the break. Brody Parker leads all scorers with 14. On the other side, Christian Burton has a Yellow Jackets high 8. Right behind him is Connor Bush with 7. 42-31 our halftime score. We'll step aside from Garth Pleasant Arena on the RC Sports Network. Second half just about set to get started. Warriors lead at 42-31 as we begin the second half. Rochester Christian shot at 55.6% in that first half of play. They hit 15 field goals. 9 of them came by the combination of Gunnar Walters and Brody Parker in that first half. So we'll see what the next 20 minutes has in store for us. Fisher tried to turn inside, lost the handle of it. Sideline corner three does not go for Angstman. Saw him hit one back in the first half, but been relatively quiet here tonight. Fisher tries again down low, goes straight up with it, does not get the shot. Drop it off baseline. That looked like there was a fingertip on it by Brett White on the shot attempt by Sudoff. Here's Parker hanging in the paint, gets knocked down, no shot, but does draw the foul. That'll be the third on Sudoff. Brody Parker to the line, where coming into tonight, 81.5% free throw shooter. With that one, he's 3 out of 3 tonight. And make it 4 for 4. Burton goes to the elbow for Angstman. Angstman 1 for 4 tonight shooting. Mentioned had a 3 back in the first half. That's his only field goal of our contest. That foul's going to be the third on Brody Parker. He'll sit down. Ashton Gould will come in. On the reverse, left it short, did Sudoff. Walters. Driving baseline goes Farrow, lost it out of bounds off the leg of one of the Yellow Jackets players. Walters throws in for White, gets right to the middle of the paint, floats, does not go. 3-on-2 the other way for Burton. Now slow it down with Devontae Curry. Curry gets it back in the corner, posts it up for Sudoff. Foul's going to go on Ashton Gould. Coaching staff from the sideline has some words for him. Just the first foul on Gould at the other end. White gets free and scores. Second field goal for Brett White. He's in double figures with 10. Weaving his way through is Burton. Somehow dangles it over Fisher and in. Walter steps back, feeds a bounce pass into White. White doesn't get the shot to fall. He's frustrated with himself for not getting the shot, but he will go back to the free throw line where he's 6 of 7 on the night. And got the first to go. Yeah, White had some words for himself as he went sliding down to the floor after missing that shot. Got the front end of these 2 free throws and gets both. Skip it far side of the floor to Brown. Brown's got 6 points on the night, just 1 of 5 shooting. Throw it up at the rim, no. Fisher had the rebound for a moment, lost it. Fisher called for the foul, his first. First free throw's good by Bush. First time at the line tonight for Bush. He's got 8. And make it 9 as he knocks down both. Bush comes in 14 points per game on the year on 11 field goal attempts per game as Fisher just drops it in over the top. Here's Curry just inside the elbow. Runs it off the heel. Gould the rebound. Drop it off on the run. Bush lay in for 2. Nearly thrown away, saved by Gould. Brett White has it, 12 to shoot. Skip it this way, Farrow into a 3. That's off the heel. Gould got a hand on it, couldn't come down with it. Away with it is Burton into the front court. Driving baseline goes Brown. Bounce pass picked off by Brett White. Farrow battling for position inside on Burton. Rising, firing, and putting it back with the flush is Fisher. Fisher a season ago, as he swats and takes away this basketball, Fisher a season ago was good for about 1 dunk per game at home, it seemed like, as this 3 spins out by Walters. Haven't seen him rock the rims as much this season. Finger roll finish on the other end, good by Connor Bush. Skip it cross court and work it back this way for White. 10 to shoot for the Warriors. Send it opposite way again, this time for Walters. He'll leave it for Gould for 3. Splash. Give the assist to Gunnar Walters. That assist by Walters, number 3. Fisher steals away another pass. 55-41 Warriors, 13:30 to go in the basketball game. Here's Walters driving on Burton. Wow, a lot of contact after that one. And now things getting out of hand. Burton and Walters got tangled up on the drive. The whistle blew. and there was an extra shove at the end by Burton. Brett White did not like it, and the official, I believe, has tossed a couple players here. Coach Pleasant came all the way out to get Brett White off the floor, and that escalated in a hurry. Officials will get together at the timeout. 13:27 to go, 55-41 our score, and we'll sort all of that out when we come back.
The value of champions character across all institutions is a message that we can all get behind.
The purpose behind Champions of Character is to have that student-athlete experience be one of growth.
Men's basketball on campus, we make sure that we give back with a smile and with a purpose.
Our goal as coaches is for our players to leave being better men, better husbands, better fathers, and better members in their community.
NAIA is Champions of Character.
Welcome back. 13:27 to go in the basketball game. 55-41 our score inside the arena. Stephen McDonald here with you on the RC Sports Network. What they're looking at across the way, they're reviewing a play just before that timeout. Gunnar Walters went on a drive through the middle against Christian Burton. Burton got called at the time for a foul, gave an extra little shove at the end after the whistle to Walters. Brett White took exception to that extra shove, stepped in, and then chaos ensued from there. The officials now trying to sort all of that out, and we wait to see what the end result will be. But again, the initial action was Gunnar Walters with the basketball against Burton. Burton gave that little shove, and then things escalated from there. We'll take another quick timeout as they sort through this from Garth Pleasant Arena on your home for Warriors basketball. So an update on the situation inside the arena. They have issued the foul that sparked the whole thing to Christian Burton that has been entered in to the live stats here inside the arena. Everything else that happened after the fact looks like they're still talking things through. We've got 13:27 to go in the basketball game. Warriors lead at 55-41. And we'll step aside one more time as they continue to talk things through.
The value of champions character across all institutions is a message that we can all get behind.
The purpose behind Champions of Character is to have that student-athlete experience be one of growth.
Men's basketball on campus, we make sure that we give back with a smile and with a purpose.
Our goal as coaches is for our players to leave being better men, better husbands, better fathers, and better members in their community.
NAIA is Champions of Character.
Conversation still ongoing between our officiating crew and the head coaches, Clint Pleasant and Josh Gibson. While we have a moment, take a look at the upcoming schedule for the Warriors after this one. This is game 2 of a 4-game homestand for Rochester Christian. Their next game will be on Saturday at 3 Eastern against Aquinas. And then on Wednesday the 29th against Cornerstone at 7:30 Eastern. We'll have both those games for you here on the RC Sports Network following the women's game just before. So a couple more home doubleheaders for the Warriors over the next week or so. Then taking a look into early February on the 5th, they'll be at Lourdes and then return home for the game on Saturday the 8th against Madonna. Warriors so far 1-0 on this homestand. Took down Siena Heights on Saturday 70-45. Brody Parker finished that one with a team high 19. Brett White, who was involved in that scuffle after the foul by Burton, which is what they're still discussing down on the floor. Brett White had 10 rebounds in that game last Saturday. Here tonight for the Warriors, Brody Parker has 16 to lead everyone. Brett White just behind him with 12 and 8 rebounds. And James Fisher now has 12 points as well. On the other side, for the Yellow Jackets, Connor Bush has 13, and Christian Burton, who picked up the foul again that sparked that whole situation, Burton has 12. Okay, so it looks like at the end of all that, give Christian Burton the foul. Again, that started the whole sequence. Then give technical fouls to Burton and Walters. Those were the two that got tangled up at the start of that whole thing. So that is how they decide to put a bow on this delay. Burton gets a foul and a technical. Walters will get a technical himself. And after the lengthy delay, we finally make our way back out on the court. 13:27 to go. It'll be Warriors basketball after all that. 20 to shoot. Walters has the basketball. Dumps it off to Fisher. And Fisher going to get bumped and fouled. Bradwell called for the foul. That's his fourth. Toss it all the way out to Brody Parker. Gould spirals. Off glass. Got it to go. Here's Bush driving, lost it on the way up against Fisher. Down to the floor goes Farrow. He comes away with it to Gunnar Walters. Fisher lost it, regains control, goes in for the layup, no. Whistle and a foul underneath. That'll be the second on Jaylen Brown. Can't hit the first free throw. Too strong on the second. Looks like we've got a whistle and a foul against Gould. That was the first time at the line tonight for James Fisher. Brown has it, drives on Fisher. That was blocked by James Fisher. They'll post it up for Farrow. Turns inside, goes up with the right hand, and drops it through. Bush tried to go inside down to the baseline, looking for a cutting Jordan Jury. Donovan Stone checks back in. 11:45 to go in the game. 59-41 Warriors. Walters gonna draw a foul here against Donovan Stone, just his first. Roland Vincey comes in. He'll check in for Dustin Farrow. Free throw doesn't go for Walters. And a whistle and a foul on Fisher. Three is up and airballed, held in though by Bush. He'll walk the baseline, counted and a foul. That'll be the third on Fisher. Bush knocks home the free throw. Bush now tying Brody Parker with a game-high 16. Pass nearly stolen. Send it over to Brody Parker for three. That's off the heel. Brown on the run, left it short, got fouled. That'll be the third on Walters. And now with 10:47 to go, both teams will play it out in the bonus. First free throw comes up short. Second one's good. So far tonight, Defiance 9 of 10 at the free throw line. Warriors 13 of 18. And now we've got a whistle and a foul on Donovan Stone, his second. And again, with every whistle down the stretch, it's going to be free throws for either side. So that'll put Walters at the line. Too strong on his try. Attacking goes Bush and scoring. Brown trying to go coast to coast, does not get it to go. That'll be the fourth on Brody Parker. That'll put Jalen Brown at the free throw line. Brown 4 out of 5 at the line so far tonight. Brown can get it down to a 10-point game, and does. 10-point game with 10 minutes to go. Walters up the floor for Gould. Walters gets all the way in, lays up no. Whistle and a foul. Clock stops with 9:45 to go. We've got a media timeout on our hands. 10-point game inside of 10 minutes to play. We'll take the timeout on the RC Sports Network.
What I've learned the most from golf is to have integrity in everything you say and do.
One of the biggest lessons of that sports impacts my daily life is discipline.
Be a champion of character, it just means to realize first that you're a part of something that's bigger than yourself.
Being a part of NAIA is something that I'm going to keep with me forever because it's not only made me a better athlete, but it's made me a better person.
The NAIA really just cares about their student athletes and just the experience in general at the school, and I think that's really important.
The NAIA stands for, has great core values. One that's most important to me is servant leadership. Being able to serve your community is a huge reason why I chose the NAIA.
I am a champion of character. I am a champion of character.
I am a champion of character.
I am a champion of character.
I am a champion of character.
We've got a 10-point game with 9:45 to go. Both teams are in the bonus, so we'll shoot free throws the rest of the way. Walters misses on his first after the media timeout. Foul before the timeout was on Donovan Stone, his third. Stone drives on Gould, chance to get it under 10. Can't come up with it. And then Stone forces an offensive foul on Gunnar Walters. George Rashotka will come in for Roland Vince. Jeremy Neal will come in as well. Looks like he'll go get Walters. Stone thought about the three, goes in, floats middle of the paint, no. Rebound Gould. Now Fisher, one dribble, couple pivots, and the deuce. Yellow Jackets spin it this way. Brown for three, another rebound down to Gould. He'll send it this way. Rashotka into a three. Splash! And give a heads-up play to the freshman Gould. He was trying to outlet the basketball, didn't have it there, so he started to bring it up himself. Eyes down floor, found Rashotka open for three. Driving goes Stone, steps back on Neal, floated outside to Brown, and we've got a whistle and a foul. Looks like they're going to get Neal. It is on Neal, his first. More free throws upcoming. Knocked down the first one for Brown. Neal with it. Lost the handle. And now a runaway slam for Connor Bush. Going baseline was Farrow. He gets fouled. Solid all-around performance so far for Farrow. 5 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists. Adds on at the free throw line. Stone trying to go through the middle, gets tied up and fouled by the Warriors. Looks like they'll get Neal for his second. Stone at the line, misses on the first. First time at the line tonight for Stone. 7:24 to go. Can't hit either of them. Into a three. Give me that, Ashton Gould. Seven minutes remaining in regulation, 69-52. That shot is off, offensive rebound, Bush. Put back up, no, bumping a foul. That'll be the fourth on Fisher. Bush at the line, too strong on the first. Bush had been 3 for 3 at the line prior to that miss. Parker and Walters back in. Fisher will sit with those 4 fouls. Jeremy Neal will sit as well. Walters into a three, off the mark. Trying to force the issue was Bush. He got stripped. Brody Parker away with it, trying to go end to end. Count it. Brown stepping back, rising and scoring. And at the end of that basket by Brown, they call him for a flop, so Brody Parker got to shoot a free throw. And the Warriors will keep possession. 6:10 to go in the game, 72-55 our score. Parker's got 19 after that free throw. Fisher has 14. Brett White has 12. On the other side, Bush has 21. Brown and Burton each have 12 apiece. Walters driving, cannot finish. Gould got his own miss. Tried to kick it outside, had it turned over. And then he gets it right back as Brown dribbled it off his leg. Stopping inside, popping, no. Whistling a foul down low. Sudoff gets hit with his 5th. Bradwell comes in for the Yellow Jackets. Fisher comes in for the Warriors. Free throw spins out for Farrow. Inside it goes, looking for Bush. He'll turn, lean back, and score. Parker all the way in, fancy finish on the end. Give him 21. Leaning back goes Bush again. This time does not go. That'll send us to the media timeout. 4:22 to go, 74-57 our score on the RC Sports Network.
What I've learned the most from golf is to have integrity in everything you say and do.
One of the biggest lessons of that sports impacts my daily life is discipline.
Be a champion of character, it just means to realize first that you're a part of something that's bigger than yourself.
Being a part of NAIA is something that I'm going to keep with me forever because it's not only made me a better athlete, but it's made me a better person.
The NAIA really just cares about their student athletes and just the experience in general at the school, and I think that's really important.
The NAIA stands for, has great core values. One that's most important to me is servant leadership. Being able to serve your community is a huge reason why I chose the NAIA.
I am a champion of character. I am a champion of character.
I am a champion of character.
I am a champion of character.
I am a champion of character.
Bradwell at the line. Got them both. Farrow answers back with two of his own at the other end. We've got 4 minutes to go in regulation. Into a long three goes Brown. Eight seconds to shoot for the Warriors, 3:25 to go in the game. Brody Parker's going to be aggressive here, and he's going to get it paid off with a foul. Drayshawn Roberts gets hit with the foul, his first. Both teams have been in the bonus for about 7-8 minutes now. toss in from the baseline. Lay-in was up and good by Bush, but they'll whistle it dead before that. They'll get Farrow for his third.
That's the line shooting number 3, Connor Bush.
3 minutes to go, 77-61. Warriors on their way to win number 14 on the season would level their conference mark at 6-6 as Fisher slams the brakes and scores. Floated far side of the floor, into the corner it goes. 3 was up by Roberts, but it looks like he stepped out of bounds before he let it go. Posted up for Fisher once more. He'll turn in and go up through 2 to put it in. And now it's a 20-point game with 2:05 to go. Looks like the Warriors will just try to use as much of the clock as they can at this point. They'll initiate with 10 to shoot, drop it off Fisher, tosses to the corner for Gould for 3. Offensive rebound, Brody Parker. And again, they'll do the same thing with 10 to shoot. Minute 20 to go in the game. Stop just above the free throw line. Shot does not go. Brown trying to go end to end. Draws the foul.
Checking in number 0, Vinza. And number 12, George Rashatka.
Insay and Rashatka come in. First free throw no good by Jalen Brown. A reminder as we're just over a minute away from wrapping this one up here from Garth Pleasant Arena. Game 3 of the 4-game homestand will come this Saturday, the 25th, as the Warriors will take on Aquinas. Game slated for 1 and 3 Eastern. And now we've got a whistle and a foul way outside on Brown. That'll be his third. Parker will shoot free throws.
Checking in number 4, Jeremy Neal. Also checking.
Jeremy Neal checked in, another sub awaiting his turn to come in for the Warriors. Looks like a whistle and a foul on the rebound, so we'll walk down the other way and shoot free throws. Final 38 seconds of this one. Send it this way for Rashatka. He'll work his way baseline, go up and around. Could not finish. Nearly turned over there. Shot clock is off for the final 20 seconds in this one. They'll just jog this into the front court and wait for time to expire. Warriors will go to 14-6 on the year, 6-6 in conference play with the win. On the other side, Defiance will fall to 6-12 and 3-9 in conference play, as that is your final buzzer. Warriors win 82-66. The final stats in this one before we sign off. Brody Parker finishes with 23 in the win. James Fisher with 18 and 4 rebounds. And Brett White, who missed most of that second half, finished with 12 and 8 rebounds. On the other side for the Yellow Jackets, Connor Bush finished with 25.7 rebounds. Jalen Brown finished with 15 points, 3 rebounds, and 3 assists, and Christian Burton had 12 points, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. So the Warriors get it done on their home floor here tonight. The women knocked off Defiance earlier this evening. The men cap off the night with an 82-66 final. This has been a presentation of the RC Sports Network.